The day our town built a church together, a lesson in unity. I remember it. As if it were yesterday, it was the early 1950s. Our town was so small, back then just a few dirt roads, one little grocery store, a carpenter's shop, and a barber shop. Life moved slowly, but it was warm, connected. Everyone knew each other's names, even the sound of their footsteps as they passed by your porch. The old church was falling apart, its roof leaked, the windows rattled, and many Sunday services had to stop because the rain poured in. Our priest, already frail, could only shake his head with a sigh. Then, one evening, the town gathered. No fancy chairs, just a few wooden stools and a single oil lamp lighting the room. But we all agreed, we will build a new church, a place our children can always return to. The very next morning, the sound of hammers rang out across the town. The men dug the foundation, carried heavy beams. The women cooked meals, squeezed lemonade, and brought out fresh bread to tired, calloused hands. The children ran about, carrying nails and passing hammers, giggling as if it were some grand game of building castles. Nobody was paid, nobody asked for wages. The only reward was the joy of seeing the walls rise higher, the frame grow stronger, the vision come alive. I can still see myself standing on the scaffolding that day, my hands trembling as I steadied a heavy beam. My father looked up at me, smiled, and called out, "Hold it firm, son. This isn't just a church, this is the heart of the whole town." Those words have never left me. Day after day, month after month, from dawn to dusk, from the thunder of hammers in daylight to the glow of oil lamps at night, our little town worked without rest. The old carpenter, too weak to swing a hammer, still carved every window frame with care. An elderly woman brought baskets of apple pies, setting them on the long table, whispering, "Eat, so you'll have strength." When night fell, we sat side by side, bodies weary, but spirits full. And then, one crisp autumn morning, the new church bell rang for the very first time. Its sound was pure, clear, echoing across the fields, rolling over the rooftops. People held hands, some with tears streaming down their cheeks. I cried too, because it wasn't just a bell, it was the sound of faith, of unity, of a small town that proved itself stronger together than alone.
Now that church has been replaced by a modern building, white brick walls, loudspeakers on the roof, even air conditioning inside. The little town has grown into a bustling city, paved roads stretching straight, cars rushing by in endless streams. And yet, every time I pass by, the old images come back to me. I remember the days when no one counted the hours or the sweat, when everyone worked side by side to raise a home for all. I remember the laughter mingled with the sound of hammers, the scent of fresh-cut wood, the radiant faces of neighbors who owned nothing more than their calloused hands, yet gave everything they had. Today, life is convenient. You hire workers, call a service, pay a fee, and it's done. But I wonder, will our children and grandchildren ever know the feeling of together? The feeling of a whole town shouting as one, sharing slices of apple pie, and lifting beams into place for something that would outlast us all.
Looking back, I realized that church was never just a building. It was a testimony, a living proof that when people come together, there is nothing beyond reach. Unity is not a slogan. It's when you lend your strength not for yourself, but for the whole community. It's when you set aside the I to live for the we. It's when, in the mix of sweat and pounding hearts, you feel you belong to something far greater than yourself. And each time the church bell rings, I hear more than just a sound. I hear the hammer strikes of my father, the laughter of those long gone, and the joyous shouts of a small town that once built something with their bare hands and unshakable spirit. That is the lesson I wish to leave behind. Do not let modern life strip away the value of unity. Find ways to stand together, even in the smallest of tasks. For when we walk side by side, we can build things that last forever. That's where my story ends. But if you've ever had a memory like this, of a community, a place, or a moment of togetherness, share it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe, so each week we can sit together once more and relive those old stories that never grow old in our hearts.